Hey guys, it's only me. I'm stood on something at the minute because I'm going to show you my garden from a different level and sort of let you know what's going to be happening. Now, I want to reposition my beds. These beds here, I actually want to go horizontal. Now, I've worked out the plans and how I want to work it, and this bed that I'm stood over is actually going to be halved, so that'll be a 50 centimetre bed instead of a metre bed, because that is where all my tomatoes are going to go. Now, can you see that gap there? That's wasted growing space. I mean, it's not a lot, but that is vital to oh, excuse me, frog in my throat. That is actually vital to the layout of the new layout. So what I'm going to do is this board is going to come out, and what I'm going to do is actually put boards right up against the fence, and they're going to be attached to the posts. So I mean, that's a good 10 centimetre if not more gap. So I need that space to make my new layout work. So this bed here is going to be 50 centimetre, and I think the walkway is either going to be a 40 centimetre or a 50 centimetre gap. I can't quite remember without actually going through the plans again. And then the new horizontal bed, I'll call it, is going to start where this side is here. The 50 centimetre wide one is going to be about 8 metre long, and that's where all my pots of tomatoes and probably cucumbers will go. Because I've got an idea of changing the beds, because they're not going to be 2 planks high, it's only going to be 1 plank high. But what I want to do is section that bed off, because my garden actually slopes. I'm going to section it off. I'm going to line each section, and I'm going to have it as like a water reservoir. And then the pots that I use for the tomatoes, I'm going to put some of that capillary mat in, going from the floor of the bed up through the gaps in the pots and right up into the soil around where the roots are growing. So that'll be like a self-watering pots. Reason why I'm thinking that and why I want to do that, and hopefully it's going to work, fingers crossed, I'll obviously have to make the little chambers watertight, is in case we do go on holiday. I want it to self-water for that week or 2 weeks, however long we're away for. Because even though you might ask people to come around and water, oops, sorry, knocked my phone then, I just want to see if it works. So anyway, that's the tomato bed. Then I'm going to have a 7.5 metre long bed here, but I'm going to split that into 3. So I'm going to have 3 beds that are going to be 2.5 metre by 1 metre. Oh, excuse me. Not enough coffee this morning. Then there's going to be another walkway, and then there's going to be a 3rd bed. Just as long, but for the first 5 metres it's going to be 1 metre wide, and then for the last 2.5 metres it's only going to be half a metre wide, because my garden from corner to corner up there is about 4.5 metre, and it slowly tapers and gets wider. So by the time you get down, sorry, it's very, very sunny. By the time you get down to where the shed is, it's about 5.5 metre. Maybe 5 3/4. So it's a bit of a funny shape. So to get that 3rd bed in, I have to reduce the end of that bed down to 50 centimetre, just so I've got enough room to walk round. And then the final bed is going to be all up against that fence. It's going to be 1 metre wide, and I'm hoping it's going to be about 10 metre long. Well, anywhere between 9 and 10 metres long, because that's where my potato pots are going to go. I actually did a little plan. Now, because I've got the sun over my shoulder going onto the screen, I have no idea if this is filming right. I have no idea if you can see that, but I did a little plan. But I didn't do the third bed, one in the middle properly. So that's my little plan. Now then, to achieve that, that's why I'm riddling all my soil. And I need to get this bed all emptied. Now, the problem I'm having is, where am I going to put this soil so I can get to this bed to dismantle it and reposition it? Because not only I've got that, I've got my potatoes behind me. I've got my brassica bed with that soil. And I've got my top bed with my winter veg. Now, once the potatoes are out and the soil's out, I can sort this half bed out. But I can't do anything else. I can't do the potato one because that top bed there, the end of it is actually the gap between that and the fence where I want to put the new bed. It actually goes into that 1 metre width that I want for the new bed, if you know what I mean. So I'm a bit stumped because that's in the way and that's in the way. So that's going to have to come out and that's going to have to come out. Now, I wanted these over winter. I've basically been aiming for Christmas dinner. That's been my goal. But I can still have that. They don't have to be growing for us to be able to sit down on Christmas Day and have my homegrown veg for Christmas dinner. I can pull them up, I can freeze them. It's sort of, I've been mulling it over and wondering, how the hell can I get this done? Because I'm going to need somewhere to put this soil to be able to get this bed down to start then working on the other stuff. And I've been banging my head against the wall wondering, how can I do it? When what was stopping me was trying to keep these two beds going. Now, because this is all brassicas, I can still dig them up and put them in pots. And fingers crossed, they'll carry on growing. Now, I've got parsnips, leeks, carrots and swede in there. The swede is almost ready. I've got some big ones in there. Parsnips, I can pull them up. Yeah, they're not going to be as big as I want, but they are fairly big. I can freeze them. I can still use them for Christmas dinner. The carrots, they don't really freeze brilliantly, but I've got a brilliant carrot and swede mash recipe that we love. I mean, we have it all the time, and I always serve it up for Christmas dinner anyway. So I can sort my carrots out for that. So that obstacle's now out of the way, because once all that veg is cleared from that top bed, any soil that I haven't managed to riddle into my dumpy bags, because I've only got 3 dumpy bags, I can pile it up on there, and that'll clear this bed for me to start dismantling and repositioning. And then once I've done that, what I'll do is I'll temporarily put the soil in that half bed, just to hold it while I get on with the rest of it. So yeah, that might not have made much sense, but it's in my head. My head doesn't make much sense a lot of the time. So I've got a second freezer coming on Tuesday. I did have a second freezer before I moved in here at the beginning of the year, but we got rid of it. It was really old, and I've really missed it because I love cooking, I love baking, I love doing batch cooking, but I've just not been able to do that. So I've got myself another freezer ordered. So I'm going to have the room to store all my homegrown veg. which means the question I was posing yesterday it was actually about my trommel, the trommel video about my potatoes, whether or not to pull them. I am going to pull them, but I'm going to try and leave them as long as I can. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and get as much of this soil done as I can. I don't want to pick those until probably Wednesday. If the freezer's coming Tuesday, I'll probably leave it till Wednesday. So I'll do a reveal with that. Completely take the netting off, and we'll just pull the whole lot. And then once that's done, I can clear the rest of the soil out from here, if need be. Just pile it in there temporarily. And then, because Thursday is the 7th, and that's 140 days for the potatoes. So maybe by the end of this week, I'll be doing a huge potato reveal. But anyway, just thought I'd share with you what's going off inside my head. Scary. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I wanted to keep these growing, but at the end of the day, priority now is getting next year's setup ready. And I can't rely on this winter being a mild one. You know, if I decide to wait until these veggies are ready, I mean, they are ready, but, you know, they could grow a lot bigger. But if I waited to see what winter was going to be like, we might have a really bad winter, which means I could be swimming in water. It could be frozen. You know, I just don't want to take that chance. And not only that, I've got carrots growing in pots. I've got leeks growing in pots. The swede that aren't quite ready in this bed, I can put in pots. I've got, not parsnips, but those eagle root duo veg, the coriander and parsnip style roots. I've got them growing in pots. So chances are, they're still going to be around for Christmas dinner anyway, if I want fresh ones. So why I've been worrying, I have no idea. But anyway, that's enough waffling from me. I've no idea if this is recorded or if it's wobbly as hell. But I'm going to post this up just to show you my plan of action. And I've got a lot of work ahead of me. But I'm looking forward to it because I think the new layout is going to work a lot better. I'm actually going to end up with a lot more growing space. Less walkways, but more growing space. So this year was just a learning curve. Get something in, get it growing, you know, and that's what happened. But it's time to sort it out and do a proper job. So thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now, and I'll see you guys sometime this week for some veggie reveals. So take care, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.